welcome to a new video. I'm just in my running clothes now because I am going to forget to film this video if I don't do it straight away because I have some kind of letter combination. Yeah, I asked you guys on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already do to be able to participate in future Q&As. By the way, I made a gingerbread, so I couldn't sleep tonight. I have some sleep problems at the moment. But I made a gingerbread train! Look at him! A really cool little forest here. There is a duck pond on the other side, but I don't know if you're that interested. Anyway, I'm going to get my phone and then we do a Q&A. Alrighty, how many questions have we got? 39 questions. I won't be able to answer everything. That's crazy that I've come to a point that I won't be able to answer everything, but I will try to answer as much as possible to make this a good Q&A. First question is, most of the ultras are 18 plus only. How did you manage to start so early? So the thing is, I didn't start much that early because of this thing. But something you can do is that it's almost always that you can enter ultras that are like backyard ultras. So search for backyard ultras, see if you can find something that's near you. But I was also lucky to have a race near me because otherwise it's 18 years old, and I started like ultra running for real when I was 18 because then I could actually like go for it. So I'm going to answer fast so that I can do as many questions as possible. Will you have an affiliate shop so that we can buy gear and sponsor you? So an affiliate shop is like, I guess it's the with the affiliate links for companies, but that means like I have to sign a lot of contracts and stuff. So if you want to support me, I have a GoFundMe, a personal GoFundMe, and then I have an Antarctica because I want to run an Antarctica GoFundMe. So check out my GoFundMe, you can read more about it there. And also you can buy my merch, which is kind of like gear, which, yeah, but I'm so happy that you want to support me. That's awesome, thank you. What's your favorite thing to take pictures of? Like sunsets, probably? I don't know. I am actually the kind of person that is not that good to take pictures, believe it or not. Like, every time I'm out with my dad is like, so should we take some pictures for Instagram? I'm like, yeah, that's very true. I actually don't take many pictures, which is why I do a lot of reels instead of doing like posts on Instagram. The posts I do, like only photographers take them almost always. Okay, so someone says, I'm moving to Sweden next year. Can you recommend cool ultras in Sweden or Norway? Yes, so my favorite ultra running races, it is the 24-hour Swedish Championships in Växjö. You can also enter it without going for the Swedish Championships or anything. That's like such a nice race. Then there is a 6-hour race in Nässjö. That is very cool. I like that race too, like such a good vibe there. And then there is a backyard in Växjö in the summer, Personliga Rekordens backyard. And then in Norway, my favorite race, like I think this is almost my favorite race of all times, is Bislett 24 hours. It's in November, the last weekend of November, and it's just absolutely amazing. You kind of like it's absolute misery. You run in this tunnel and the only thing you see is like white walls and the ground, and you go like on the concrete floor. Like it's so hard, but it's super cool. Like I really love that race. It's indoor too. A lot of compliments. Thank you. I can't answer them, but thank you so much. How have you found having such a growth in social media following in such a short time? So I think my brain can't really comprehend the amount of followers. Like now I feel like, okay, so there is actually like 45,000 people following me on my Instagram. And it's crazy because like it has been really quick. In the beginning of this year I had 1,400 followers. So and then I had a little push like from March to the summer with like 20,000 followers, and now just since the summer, the last months, I've got like 25,000 followers more. So yeah, it's kind of overwhelming, but I'm just happy about it. It gives me so many more opportunities, and I can kind of like choose what projects I want to do, and yeah, I don't know, it's just more fun. And also I think that like when you have a large following and millions of views, you get like some hate, but I'm like, I take it so much easier now, and I just feel like, yeah, it's just cool that people follow me and that. Anyway, I think I can't comprehend it yet, but it's cool. Are you listening to music, or are you one of those crazy people who runs in silence? Sometimes I listen to podcasts, but most times I am just running in silence. I get bored of music more than I get bored of silence, so... Make a video showing your steps in brief making your website. Yeah, so if you don't know, I published a website and I made everything by myself with no costs. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I will link it in the description. I don't know how to make a video like briefly on how to make a website, but I used Wix. You can pay for the premium version, but I'm like, I have this thing in my brain. I'm like, okay, I will solve problems, and in the end, like, it takes a lot more time because I solve a lot of problems to like get around it. But then when everything click, I have like a system that I know myself. I made it. I know how to fix something if it breaks or if it doesn't work, so I don't need help with that, which saves me a lot of money and a lot of time. Or not time, actually, I lose a lot of time on it, but it's just cool to make it yourself. Are you writing a book about running? If you know me, you know I have a lot of projects going on all the time. Of course I've tried writing a book, but like, I have a start, actually. I mean, it would take a lot of years, like 20-year-old writing her book. I don't know, like, what experience do I have to offer? So I will have it as an ongoing project. Do you do any sports other than running? So I do surfing, but I suck at surfing. Like everyone else now. But like, it's really hard sports. So I do it like sometimes. My camera is dying now and the daylight will go away. So I will sit here kind of in the dark when I come back in 1 second. Oh, it's so cold. This stuff should be illegal. This cold. This is a shirt that I shrinked in the washer. It's my boyfriend's, but now it's mine. Yeah, he let me wash one time and I fucked it up. Next question was, what kind of running shoes do you wear? What brand? I will get them. They are insanely good for long races, like 24 hours and so. Because the cushion, I don't know what they're made of, but the cushion, like in the beginning when you start running with them, they feel like normal shoes, not any special. But after like 80 kilometers, 60, 80 kilometers, they don't go together. So all the time, like when I'm running 10 kilometers per hour slower, I use these shoes. They also have this thing to open up the toe when the feet swell during ultra running. They are actually specific ultra running shoes, so that's pretty cool. What is your next big ultra thingy coming up? It's the Swedish Championships in 24-hour running. So the follow-up question for this was, when do you start training? Like, I guess it's for the race, and I start training as soon as the season was over, or the off season was over. I start training, so yeah, 5 months before, I guess. Now I don't have any crazy projects until in 5 months, so yeah, I train all the time. What are your best cold weather clothing? So I have this jacket from Mount to Coast. It is completely saving me this winter. Sad for you guys though is that I got this from a project, and all the Mount to Coast clothes are so good, but they are not out in store. So I also just run in pants like this, like not training material at all, just normal pants that are warm. But it's kind of uncomfortable, but I mean, it's uncomfortable anyway, so some delicious recipes. You have to ask my boyfriend about that. I suck in the kitchen. When did you find out you were crazy? I always knew. Would you rather run with music or having a chat with someone? Definitely having a chat with someone. I love to run with people. It's my favorite thing. Like, my favorite running distraction, that is talking with people. What is your favorite tailwind? My favorite tailwind is the berry flavor, I think. What is the highest and lowest temperatures you have been running under? Now I'm talking Celsius. Should I translate it so that your Americans are with us? The coldest is minus 21 degrees Celsius, which is minus 5.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So the warmest is like 36 degrees Celsius or 34. It's something like that, 36, 34, and that is about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I actually tolerate temperature pretty well, so like not running fast but running slow I can do in most temperatures. What's the running memory you would like to relive? So I have a few actually, but I remember when I got the world's best result in 6-hour running for 18-year-olds. That was pretty awesome. Also, the run in Lofoten, I could relive every single moment of that. You said you worked 16 to 24 after the 40K. What is your exactly your job besides content creation? So the work that I did, it was just at my dad's hotel to help out. So I actually do content creation full time. That was just because he needed some help. But yeah, that was bartending that I did. I usually don't do that. Usually do content creation and running in projects and coaching. I do coaching too. Do you have any dream jobs? I do my dream job now, so very thankful for that. Do you have any dream destinations? I want to go to New Zealand and Australia at some point. And I want to revisit Slovenia because I was just there for a few days and it was incredible. It's so underrated. You have traveled a lot. Do you find it hard having a steady place to live? I find it hard to have the plan to stay in a certain place for too long. Like, okay, so you write this contract, you're going to live here for a year. I could never do that. But like staying in one place is pretty nice. Marry me. You know what? I will never marry anyone. So that is something that is sure, no matter how much I love them. How can someone build up their stamina to run even a 10K? So you have to run slow enough. That is something that I can't stress enough because people run too fast, and even though it's like slow in terms of what other does, like still run slower, like walk and yeah, try walking 10K first. Did you get into the race in Antarctica? I remember a post where you were super excited for it. So yeah, so I got this idea the other night that I was like going to start a fundraiser so that I can run an ultra in Antarctica. And that is what I'm going to do. The problem is that it costs 25,000 euros, which is a lot. So I am going to, yeah, I put the GoFundMe in the, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's going to happen one day. I just need the money first. So whether that comes from sponsors, donations, I don't know, but it's going to happen one day. And that is something I can promise. How do you make money? So I make money through collaborations with brands. I make money through projects that I do. Not the projects that I've done recently, actually, but through other projects that I've done. I make money through coaching. I do coaching. I make money through selling merch. What more? I do like a lot of stuff. Sometimes I make money during bartending, or yeah, I manage my dad's social media account for the hotel. Yeah, that is basically it. Would you date someone in a wheelchair? Yes, if I click with the person, it doesn't matter. Like, if my boyfriend now would end up in a wheelchair, I wouldn't break up with him, obviously. Why ultra running? Like, that's a little bit of a big question to ask. My heart sets on fire during ultra running. Hey, can I be your editor? So I can't afford having an editor, otherwise I would love it, maybe in the future. I can have someone that edit my videos, but right now I do everything myself, and it's kind of my job, so then I wouldn't have much to do. Or actually I would find projects to do, but I have a small business. How do you deal with injuries mentally and physically? So I haven't had an injury in a long time. I get like really small injuries sometimes, like my knee hurts, but then I just don't train for a day and it's gone. And I believe that if you like listen to the body, you won't get a severe injury. And if you don't train with an injury, like it will disappear. So yeah, I guess just being calm in the injury that you have and not stress over it too much. Do things that are fun, do the cross training that you can, but not maybe too much cross training. yeah, don't stress over it. I think that's the biggest thing. It doesn't have to go up like this all the time. It's fine if it's like a little bit down and up. It's just that it goes up in the end. It's completely fine. It's going to be like this. It's not going to be like straight up. And how I would deal with it physically. So I always, if I get an injury, I always manage to massage it away, like trigger point massage, which is pretty good. So yeah, I think that like the first state of an injury, if something starts to hurt, I think that can be massaged away pretty easily if it's not like, if you don't tear something. Have you ever had knee problems because of running? How did you manage them? So I got like an acute knee injury in January after a competition, or it was December, but yeah, I couldn't walk for like a week. I had to be on crutches and everything. I just rested it away, honestly. I just didn't run, did a lot of fun stuff and didn't put much pressure on it, and yeah, then it disappeared. So I think sometimes it's just fine to take a break and not run. Like you don't have to have constant going forward all the time. If you take a break running, it's not like you're going to get much worse. So yeah, I didn't even do cross training at the point. I was just like, no, I'm just, with acute injuries, I feel like there is no stress in starting to run because the body needs all the energy it can to like heal. So even cross training, maybe you lose less form, but it also takes a little bit longer to get back. So I don't know what's best, but I find it best to just take a break. How to hydrate. So I have this. This is the best hydration thing I know. It's from Tailwind, but I'm not paid to say this here, but I love it. How often do you change your running shoes? Depends on what shoe it is. The running shoes like Hoka, Saucony, like I think they last around 400 kilometers, I would say, which is pretty low. Like I run 400 kilometers in less than a month, so I can't do that, but I would invest in good shoes. Like these shoes are not that much either. I think they are 160 euros or something. And these last so long and they're so cheap. Thank you so much for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe, and I will see you next time. I hope I edit this and don't forget about it. And thank you so much for, let me see how many followers I have now. Thank you so much for 44.5 thousand followers. I just show you because it's going to be fun to look back at this video when I have even more followers, and I will be like, whoa, it grew so much. Have a good day. Don't be shrimpy. By the way, check out the merch. It's also new merch. There is this singlet that says, "Don't be shrimpy, you got this." I will link like my website, my store, my donation stuff. I will link everything in the bio, so just check that out and have a good time. Don't be shrimpy, you got this.